Hi everyone, I'm just out going to fill up the few bird baths I have here for the birds and maybe a few butterflies and bees have come to depend upon this time of year. Speaking of which, one just flew overhead, a butterfly that is, not the birds and the bees. Thank goodness. Anyway, I thought I'd do a little minister's minute. I haven't done one for a while, especially given the the disaster that we are still in. So first let me flip this around so you can see the yard here. Still working on this. This is where I've been, added a wall several years ago. Some of you will remember down on that side I put this cattle fence in so we don't fall off the edge, which was a danger when we moved in, even though there was no wall here. It was a cross tie wall. So yeah, so it's getting there. Got some extra blocks for the other side of the driveway eventually. And then I just finished putting this pathway in. So the idea was that this was all blocked off, even though our front door is actually on the other side of the house in the alley. So we wanted people to be able to access it from the address side of the street when they pull up and wonder where the door is. So anyway, you could go up these steps now and much stronger retainer wall. Anyway, I'm still working on getting some mulch in here and laying fabric and finishing up this part of it. We just took out some old shrubs that were right up against the house. So those are gone, and all that needs to be taken care of as well. This windy little black mulch trail is what we call Mulch Creek Way here. That's not the official street, that's just something fun. So anyway, we'll go put the water on and give the birds some relief today on a hot day. So yeah, this disaster that we're in, and I'm saying we're in it because as you've probably seen, the fires that are burning are only 13% contained at best. I didn't even know what containment meant, truthfully. I kept looking up when it was still zero up until yesterday, containment, and I was wondering, well, something has changed. I'm not seeing the billowing smoke that we saw before. Surely it's better than 0% contained. But for those who don't know, it turns out that containment means that literally the barrier of containment has been constructed around the fire area, right? So they're putting up a fire line essentially, or a containment line around where the fire is burning. And let's say you have 100 miles to put the fire line around, then 25% would mean 25 miles of containment line have been built. So that's kind of what's happening there. And interestingly enough, they don't even talk about a fire being under control until after it has been contained. So I'm going to dump this out a little bit. It's got some debris in it. Give the birds fresh water. Those pennies are in there to keep the algae from growing too badly. So just a little trick someone told me. I don't remember who, but thank you, it works. So yeah, that's why at 13%, with the heat coming for the next few days and perhaps some winds, it's very concerning, and that's why I say we're still under this disaster, or still within this disaster, experiencing it, even though things feel a lot calmer right now than they did on Saturday. So, there's a little bird right there. Hey buddy, can I give you some water? A little black-headed chickadee, mountain chickadee. Give him some fresh water too. Pour that out. All right, buddy. Drop some of the pennies out of this one somewhere. Dumping the water out. So yeah, as a church, we have been doing our best to try to keep up with folks, thanks to the pastoral care team and folks who've been calling all of our members, trying to figure out, if everyone's okay or not. We've had a handful that have been evacuated from their homes and are unable to return. Hey buddy, how you doing? He's right up there talking to me. I don't think you can see him, but right in my ear. Hey pal, here you go. I'm going to back off in just a minute. Okay, there you go buddy. Get you some fresh water. Get you some fresh water. Let's see if he goes in there. There he is, floating around. All right, I'll go turn the hose off so we don't make him nervous, or her nervous. I don't know how birds feel about being misgendered, but I wouldn't want to do it. So yeah, we have a few members that have, as I was saying, have been dislocated. We have one member, I understand, whose home has been potentially destroyed. We've not been able to get a hold of, actually a couple I should say, we've not been able to get a hold of them to confirm that. And then of course there's the larger need in the community that we're going to be dealing with for some time. We've had a few people reach out from around the country, other Unitarians and friends of the church, who said if there's anything that we can do, please let us know. And is there, do you need resources? So right now what we're doing is asking them to send them for fire relief, and we've created a separate fund. It's sort of a minister's discretionary fund, but we're just putting it in that fund for now in a separate category, and we'll determine what the best thing to do with it is, because we don't know. Do we work on individual situations that come to our attention? Do we give it all to the Red Cross and where it can be perhaps used it to its maximum potential, those sort of things? So those are questions we have to answer. We don't have a plan. We don't know the need because, as I said, we're still in the midst of this terrible situation and really don't know how it's all going to fall out. So just wanted to kind of give you a heads up. We could pontificate about the causes, there being an arsonist involved, the global warming exacerbating his actions because of the extreme heat and dryness that we've been experiencing. We could talk about how this is happening all over the world, and at least as far as the U.S. goes, nobody seems to have a will to do much about it. I just talked about that, but I won't go into depth about it. That's for another conversation. I mainly just wanted to give you an update and maybe some semblance of life going on here at the Eckloff household, where in the midst of everything we're worrying about the little sparrows and chickadees and all the work we have yet to do to get the house to look the way we want it to. So that's it for now. I will talk to you later.